What's up, guys? This is John again. I'm going to talk about in this video, I guess, inoculations and conspiracy theories I hear about in the medical field and things like that, and just how ridiculous they are. I hear all kinds of things like mind control through vaccination, and that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous on so many levels. But some believable things are, I guess it's a big economic conspiracy. You could say that, but then again, it's really your choice. You can get the vaccination and then not be sick, or you can be sick. It's really up to you. I mean, and arguing that they don't do anything, that's ridiculous also, because there's so much evidence, and I mean, anybody who's ever had a vaccination will tell you they work, they're effective. Maybe not 100%, but they are effective. I mean, honestly, they've wiped out so many epidemics, polio. I mean, some pretty nasty stuff. There's the two big main kinds are live attenuated and the dead viruses. And basically, the way they work is whenever a virus enters your body, at first your body tries a bunch of generic attacks on it, things that it knows might work, and then once it's been exposed to the virus long enough, it figures out ways to attack it appropriately and develops antibodies to it. That's really where all the immunity is. This is the antibodies. What happens is when you get an inoculation, there's a very weak virus, or there's a dead virus, and so pretty much when they inject it into your bloodstream, your body's defenses attack it, and it's just sitting there defenseless, so your body just pretty much destroys it. A lot of you guys might be asking, if it's so simple, why isn't there an HIV vaccine? And the problem with that is HIV is such a nasty virus. There's so many things we've run into trying to treat it. A big thing is a lot of vaccinations try to prevent reinfection after a primary infection, and I'm sure, as you might know, there's no recovering from HIV. It can remain latent in your body for years and years and years. So, just like flu does, but flu doesn't do anything once it becomes latent in your body. Because HIV is a retrovirus, it's just particularly nasty. A lot of vaccines are used to treat diseases that you run into a lot. Well, HIV is not something that's common enough that everybody should have a vaccination yet. Like here in the United States with tuberculosis, we choose not to get the tuberculosis vaccine because it'll give a false positive on the test for tuberculosis, and you would have to do an expensive chest x-ray. Whereas in Mexico and in several other countries, they have a tuberculosis vaccine. It's just not very effective. It's better to look out for it and then treat it once you come down with it. I don't know, it's been a particularly nasty virus trying to find treatment for it. A lot of vaccines treat things that go through your mucosal membranes, like in your nose and your throat and things like that. And HIV transmits through mucosal membranes, but in the genital area. So it's just not something we particularly deal with a whole lot. Most other STDs are that we commonly encounter, like gonorrhea, gonorrhea, chlamydia, things like that, syphilis are the really common ones, and you can usually treat them with salvarsan or an antibiotic or something like that. It's not a big deal. But anytime you have things like herpes or HIV, all you can really do is sort of treat the symptoms and just try and make them comfortable. It's not much you can do. In September 24, 2009, some company said that they had reached stage 3 development of an HIV vaccine, where they've gone to stage 3 clinical testing. and they had some large number of success in preventing infection. I think it was like a third or something like that. It's a very big step. That's all I'm going to say about that. Another thing I hear about is fluoridation in water and how people don't think it's necessary and things like that, and how so many stupid things. Fluoride helps rebuild enamel on your teeth. I'm not going to go into the science behind it, but just obviously evidence shows that fluoride rinse or any appreciable amount of fluoride in the water has no negative health effects that we know of, that we've recorded. There's been several interest groups that have done studies. And while ingestion of fluoride doesn't have any benefits for your teeth, having it on your teeth does. And if you drink tap water all the time, that water is going to soak on your teeth throughout the day, so it would help rebuild enamel. And Americans, just culturally, we're very self-conscious about our teeth and things like that. So, just vaccines and what we put in water, you hear so many strange things. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the comments or anything like that. If anybody wants to hear more of the science behind these things, I can give more in-depth answers. I'm just trying to, dumb things down. Hit me with your best shot. My email, I have a new email. It's Texas Druidry, Druidry, @hushmail.com. Email me there. Email me your questions. Alright, I'll see you guys.